Welcome to the 6th episode of the Killer Kaiju podcast. This episode, we will be watching the big heavyweight matchup between Godzilla versus Mothra.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sunday.
Mothra. It's
Don't
not
get
Sunday,
me wrong. She's maybe a giant moth, but this bitch packing, she's gonna take Godzilla for quite the whirl. Let me tell you.
I don't know, man. It's a giant moth versus a lizard.
All
What
right.
do lizards eat? Bugs.
Logic. All right. We'll see.
Nature has told me some stuff.
The king and the queen of the monsters. Let's see how they collide. Let's go. But as always, it is I, Lucas, and I have my life partner with me as always.
Josh, hey, what's up?
Josh.
Yeah, I'm really weird. Sorry.
I wish I had the time to put in to make it all sound like dot 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 dot. Like fucking
Joy's being socially awkward.
That's the best things about life and watching amazing kaiju films, which is what we're all really here for. So as always, folks, podcast commentary style. You can watch it. You can just listen to us talk about the film, or you can watch along with us and see what we're talking about us. Yeah, as always, I've seen these films. Josh hasn't.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
And I get to blab someone's ear off while I watch it, and you get to be here for that entertainment and see how we both react to these films, regardless of where you sit on the fence, whether you hate them, love them, don't know about them, or watch them all the time.
You should be sitting on the couch or in your car or something, not on a fence.
Yeah. Let the people do what they want.
So yeah, I guess so.
Want.
Anyways, play the movie.
Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah. So as always, guys, we're starting the 0 mark countdown. Hit play, blah blah blah. We will go through and watch it, and we will watch giant lizard fight giant moth. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. It even sounds like a crazy old sci-fi film, like giant lizard versus giant moth or giant insect.
Two-headed lizard attack. Toho.
It's funny that you say that too, because they were talking about it because it was originally released as Godzilla versus the Thing, I believe, and Mothra was the Thing.
It's not really a thing. It's a giant bug.
Exactly. It's like, well, you can't classify that. You can classify Godzilla, but you can't classify Mothra. Are you freaking kidding me?
That font right there is a total tattoo. That's your new back piece.
Oh yeah, right there.
Full chest piece. Mothra versus Godzilla. But it'll end up being like chip versus popcorn or something.
So for this one, we have all the same usual people coming back. Like God, we have a lot of the same people coming back because honestly, it's good when they have their set lineup of everybody. That is when the movies are their best. As always, there's some stock music or the composed music that Koseki did in Mothra. His stuff comes through, but we have Subaraya doing the special effects, and who do we have doing who does the music for this one? It is Ifukube doing the soundtrack, who usually we get for all those great Godzilla films. He just does great music. He takes a visual scene of this quality, which for the time it's decent, but for right now is not the greatest, but the music today still holds up and makes the scenes hit just as they did back then from a audio angle. You know what I mean?
I'm just waiting for Eye Patch Man. That's all I want.
Oh, what? You just assume that he's going to be in this movie?
Hell yeah.
And what makes you think that?
We are 6 films down and he has been in every single film in a different role. If he's not in this, I don't like it already. Already off to a bad start. -1.
I got news for you, my friend. He's not in it.
Are you serious?
No, yeah, I believe this.
All right,
he's not
one down.
Already disappointed. This is a good shot, though. This is obviously all miniatures here, and it's a really great hurricane scene. I thought this is a really good, really realistic, good looking. I feel like this is when they really started to nail miniatures. Was this movie?
I was just about to say they got really, really good at miniatures for these.
Oh yeah.
Now I need my ability to be like this.
It's just so good. The water's so heavy they slow it down to make the water look more heavy because obviously it's small, right? So they thicken it and they make it slow to make it look like it's heavy and hitting. Really
But
great
water hits
shots.
fast as well, so they got to slow it down so it looks more devastating.
Yeah. So yeah, Harada is in the guy who plays Eye Patch guy. He's who plays Shirazawa. He's not in this movie. He's in the next one and a couple after that, but he's not in this one.
I'm bummed. 6 in, he let me down.
Did lay you down.
6-0 or 6-1. 6
I
and
would have
1.
loved to have seen him in 1984 Godzilla, but he unfortunately was ill and passed before.
Guy's got a better career than Jake Paul right now.
Oh,
But actually that's a
yeah.
lie. He won his last fight, so rigged.
So after the huge storm, obviously there's reporters all over the place there, checking everything out.
Broken tree over here, broken
This is
tree
where
over
we
there.
this is where we meet two of our first or I guess the one guy is kind of around for a bit, but this one girl here, the photographer, she stays around for quite a while.
I'm still just sad about Eye Patch, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I can't get over it. It's really hard. I'm like, wow. Guy let me down. Budget wasn't there. Guy wanted big bucks on this one.
So sorry if I butcher the names here, people, but yeah, so the photographer, her name is Junko Nakanashi. Yeah. Junko Nakanashi.
That mustache.
She's the photographer. Yeah, oh, there's a lot of great mustaches in this film.
Sorry, keep going.
And she's like a stylistic photographer. She's working for this news company, and it makes no sense because news photography is quick and like getting the scenes. It's all about angles and like arts, and that's what she's doing right now. Look all the talking going on and all the news happening and all the stuff, and she's sitting here taking pictures of like this like debris on the side of the water. And now her boss is coming over to give her shit here. Yeah, you have to be quick. Don't waste time with light meters. Start clicking that shutter. What does that look like to you?
Like beaver shit,
right? Like, so they're taking a picture of this like thing floating in the water, and I believe that it's either
like porta potty poo,
a Godzilla scale of some sort, or a piece of Godzilla somehow. But it's like it looks like literally like animal dung, like a bull crap or something.
I wouldn't
Or
even have
cow
paid
poop.
that second motion at all. Like I would have just walked by and be like, oh, that's some weird floating thing.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's great. The guy eating the eggs. Remember when I was talking about egg guy in past watches? This is the guy who's always eating the egg. A monster egg turns down, looks at the egg he's eating. He says holding an egg in this movie. It's so silly. That's a good shot of the egg out in the water there. It's nice because the egg's similar color, so it really blends nice with the water.
They really love their eggs. Like I don't understand why everything has to come from an egg.
That's just how things work, man. And plus, like, if it was I feel like if something reproduces asexually, it would have to be egg based because that's how they like develop. You know what I mean? They don't just get like pregnant and then pop out. You know what I mean? They like lay all the foundation. All guy on the left there in the top hat, the fisherman on the left, that's the guy from King Kong versus Godzilla who puts his hands up all the time, who's their tour guide.
Ah,
It's just different because he's not blackface. Oh my god.
such a bad business decision and movie decision.
I just realized I forgot to start the timer for you guys visually for those who are watching the visual output. So I'll start it at 8 minutes for you guys where we are in the film. Helicopter shots going over here. See, there's some nice shots in this one. This is actually like when the Godzilla movies really took a step in quality. And unfortunately, as they step in quality here, they start to decline in story and quality after a while too.
Well, I mean, you don't really need as much story. That's the thing with these movies. I've noticed they really like to add a lot more story to it. And I understand that, but like, I want to
Yeah.
see some shit fight, even if it's an hour of it. Okay.
Oh, there's like
Destruction.
you're gonna like the Heisei series, my friend. Don't just wait for the
Also,
Heisei
that green
series.
screen did not hold up.
No, yeah.
I wonder if we can buy a piece of that dinosaur shell egg somewhere.
Oh, don't tempt
I'm
me,
no,
my
I'm
friend.
just saying they probably have a lot of leftover
Yeah,
material from these movies that you could buy. Like, you know
I
me,
wish.
I'm a weird dude with that collector. I wonder if I can find it. I'm gonna go look right now.
Please do. See, now she's taking proper pictures, but she has the flash on. It's a bright day.
She's new. You got to give her a few days.
Yeah, bad timing as he's trying to negotiate with the detective on duty here. Yeah, imagine if it released toxins. That's yeah, like they know by now. Oh, this is where we meet our villainous character here. Crazy mustache man.
I love the mustaches so far in this movie. It's wild.
The villainous people and the questionable people are always mustached in Godzilla films. Fact.
It's how they add the villainousness to the character.
See this guy here. He works for Happy Industries, and he says he bought the egg from the fisherman because it's in the fisherman's land.
So you
He
could just
just took
buy
the
the giant
regular.
egg.
Yeah, it's like how do you figure the price for that? He says, "Oh, a regular egg equals to 152 some odd thousand regular chicken eggs." So he multiplies it by the price of one regular egg. Like that makes any sense.
I don't know, man. They
But
got
they
some
just
good
go for
gambling
it,
skills over there.
I guess, man. So now he officially owns it. He has a receipt. Good
I
luck.
have a receipt. Can
Good
you
luck.
can you count that as a business expense? Do they give
Yes.
you money back for buying the egg? I don't know how this works, but they should.
Oh, so he goes to take a picture and then he blows smoke in the camera. Oh, what a dick. Oh, you already hate this guy. He's already a scoundrel. Already hate him.
She's just cleaning the lens like she did a good
Well,
job
yeah,
today.
it's not like there's any like covers, right? That's like
Yeah, but it's not like she was
today.
doing a good job. She doesn't need to have a good camera.
Yeah, she's trying. First day nerves.
All right, so for prop wise, the closest thing I found was from the Godzilla movie in 1998, and it was an egg, and they want 3 grand Canadian.
Oof, not worth it from that film.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, something tells me that isn't going to be worth it.
Any other movie? Maybe.
Lots of signatures and movie posters, and about $500. But prop wise, things like that, not too much. Surprisingly,
Man, miniatures are. I wish more miniatures were used. Miniatures are great. The more you see miniature work now, most of the people who do miniatures work in
Tim Burton.
stop animation, like stuff like Tim Burton films like Nightmare Before Christmas, that kind of style. Because they model everything, right? And it's usually at like a reasonable aspect ratio. It's usually at like a tenth of its aspect. So you dial everything down. So people doing miniatures would normally do that. And like disaster movies like Titanic, I found, I know it's a little older, but Titanic, a lot of it was miniature work or real practical effects. So
Yeah, I mean, they rented an entire pool and kicked everyone in it, and they're like, pretend to drown.
yeah. Oh, here we go. So we know this guy's villainous, but you can just know there's some other big bad. He's just the pawn. He's just getting pushed around here.
Would you count this mustache as a mustache that looks like someone we aren't going to bring up right now?
Adolf, like?
Yes, exactly.
Uh,
I just
You
didn't want to be
know,
that guy. It's kind of like right on the edge, but it's not quite there,
I feel like that's the kind of idea when they were going for the smaller mustache
to
maybe at
make him
this
look
time.
evil, like,
Yeah.
that kind of dictator,
Yeah. I mean, like Chaplin had the mustache too, right?
I
Like
mean,
it's not
Merle from
just
the Murder Junkies has it too.
yeah.
I'm not going to agree that it's a great mustache choice.
No,
There's better
it's yeah.
beards for life.
Like if it was someone who had a beard and committed similar crimes, but like the fact that it was so
They'd be like, I see
signature,
that. He's got a
it's a little
beard.
touchy. Yeah.
I don't know, different time period too, right? Like,
Oh, here we get the fairies. They're like, what the hell is that? They think it's a burglar, like someone's intruding, right? Because they're committing some pretty shady shit. So they think that someone's like spying on them. Whoa, look at that cash.
yeah, I'll take that. We could start our little podcast headquarters. We'll sit
This
in
is a
two
good
separate
shot.
rooms.
See, that's a good shot of them right there in a miniature set.
Yeah, it's getting better.
And like watch how it transitions here. So they're standing next to like this kind of like plate, this ancient like kind of plate that they have on display.
Wait, I have
And
a
they run
question.
behind it and then watch when it switches over. See? It's not
Yeah, yeah,
bad.
yeah, but like, I have questions.
Sure.
How the hell did they get to Japan?
We're gonna find
Like,
out.
they
Watch.
just poofed. And then like,
They're gone. So
are they
these fairies
gonna bring up their other homies?
they can kind of teleport. They kind of have like a different ability. They have like more abilities than the Mothra standalone film, it feels like.
Yeah,
Like I
but
said,
well
this is kind of
then,
like a reboot.
but if they had more abilities, they would be able to just like poof out of the cages when they were in it. Like, there are little things that like Mothra wouldn't have had to come get them. They could have just poofed back to the island. But also, like, if they poofed, I keep saying poof, but if they poofed back or to Japan and they were just like, give us our egg back. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't
That's
know
why
with
the
these
first one
ones.
the first one it's kind of like they were new and they've kind of developed powers. They're more like fairy entities. They kind of twisted the story a bit for this one
All right.
because they were more like before. I know, well, they didn't have the ability, like they got stuck and trapped, but in this one they can, teleport and shit. And it seems like
I'd also
because they do
probably
different places,
lose it.
place to place.
I'd probably also lose it and think I'm going crazy if I turned around and there was two, like, not even a foot women standing on like something. I'd be like, I need to stop smoking weed. Like, it's gone forever. Like, I would think that I'm quite
Should I
delusional.
contact my supplier?
I'd be like, hey, what did you give me? Also, how do I see them again? Because I need to know if I'm like seeing things or not.
Here we go.
And especially because like when they tried to grab them, they like poofed away again.
Yeah. And
I'd
now they're
especially
somehow
think I'm seeing
here.
things.
Now they're
See?
fucking here. They poof again. But these two, so this is obviously the reporter guy and the journalist in them and the photographer. So they see them sitting on this branch, but there's a really cool shot when it pans behind them and it shows these guys in view as well. It's actually really well done. This one's a little, because it's like restored Blu-ray. It's a little rough because they vibrant and saturate everything. But look at that shot of the dolls.
They're just
That's pretty
talking to
good.
dolls, weirdos.
Yeah, but they move. Because it's smart. They show the back when they're not talking. Somebody show from the front, they move, but they're just standing still when they're listening. It's just smart. I thought it was a pretty brilliant idea and angle to kind of sell the realism that they're there with them.
Yeah, you should definitely hear them out, my friends, because if you don't, they're gonna muff you up.
Nuclear bomb tests have turned, into a most desolate place. Yeah, no duh.
Dicks.
Caused mudslides and washed Mothra's egg into the sea. Dun dun dun. Yeah.
So why can't they just poof the egg back home? Why do they even ask?
I think they just like they can poof themselves. They don't poof things.
Well, they should poof on things.
They should train their poof powers.
They gotta poof harder.
They gotta poof to maximum overdrive.
This is a puffing good time.
This is good though. All this scene with the eggs sliding out. It's like the one
Man,
egg that like that the Easter Bunny hid so deeply somewhere that like no one was ever able to find it. It was like the egg that got away.
it was in the ass of the island.
Yeah. So they're like a fucking $500 gift card to somewhere that doesn't even exist anymore.
The source.
The source
Blockbuster.
is still open.
Oh wait, it's not the source. What's the
Radio
other one that
Shack.
closed? That one. Yeah, Radio Shack. If you have Radio Shack, go there.
Yeah.
It might not be there
Blockbuster.
anymore.
There's still a Blockbuster.
Yep.
There's also still a Jumbo Video.
Yeah, we got one. No, wait, no, we don't. We
No,
did.
we don't. No, it's a while away. I believe it's out by Owen Sound. Kind of, there's a Jumbo Video out there at least. So,
All right, pitter patter, let's go.
all right. Oh, I used to love going to there because they have like popcorn. It was like a video store for those who don't have Jumbo Video. It was like a video store, and it was like a giant elephant. Anyway, you walked in, and they always had popcorn machine right at the entrance, and you could scoop popcorn into a bag for free and eat popcorn while you walked around and grabbed your movies. It was
Like a
lit.
slightly
The whole
better
place smelled like
Blockbuster.
popcorn. Yeah,
Slightly.
because Blockbuster had great stuff, like you didn't have to pay for late fees and shit.
But that's also the downfall. I don't know if you've seen the recent documentary, but you should.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone just took their stuff. Yeah, damn right. They're like, help us, and if not, you're gonna get screwed anyway because this egg is now on your land, and they're gonna come looking for it. It's gonna hatch and not know what to do, and it's gonna start wrecking house because it's a newborn. It doesn't know what to do, right? It's gonna wake up and be like, oh shit, I need to get home. Bah, wrecking shit left
Look
and
for
right.
Mom,
Yeah, it's gonna be
which
scared.
I assume is the little fairies, I guess.
No, Mothra.
Oh, look, a giant moth.
There's Mothra. It's like I think that's the original Mothra that was used in the first film, but it was like older at this point because this is 3 years after the first film was filmed. So she's been sitting on a shelf for a while, it seems like, because she's a little dirty looking.
If it is, this version looks a lot better. It looks like an actual moth and not like a plushie you'd get at a superstore.
Yeah, it's dirtied up a bit. It's got some texture to it, some roughness. Yeah,
Like,
this one is 3 years older because Mothra came out in 61. King Kong versus Godzilla was 62. Yep, I'm just checking to make sure. And this is 64.
yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the costume on that last one. The worm looked fine, like the larvae version, but like literally looks like a plushie my kid would want at some point.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Beanie Baby in the sky.
See, now it's funny. The operator of Happy Enterprises and our big bad here, they're sitting together, and he's like, "Don't drag me into this. I have nothing to do with this." It's like, you lying son of a bitch. And this guy doesn't even see it, but he's just lining up to throw him under the bus. Like, yeah, he's so disposable at this point. He's had his name put up for everything that's happened. He's a fall guy.
Sounds like real life.
But now they're like, we have proof. Mothra and gave him power of attorney. This guy's just asking for trouble here. Man, everyone's so clean cut, though, I should say. God damn, man. These haircuts, suits, everything's on prime. Oh, this guy didn't get the message, though. This guy
No ties left out.
Still wearing a tie, though. But look rough looking.
Yeah, but everyone's got them tucked in. That was a nod to like the first movie.
Yeah, I really like the hat that this female lead here, our photographer, she has. I don't think it's bumping. Oh, they're like, shit. They got away and now they're back. Two things went through their mind. Fuck, they're gonna tell us that we attacked them. Two, we need to get them because we can make tons of money off them.
Like always.
Yeah, because they're greedy sons of bitches. Just like the first one, this movie's just strictly about greed.
But like real talk, if they did want to make money in the sideshow realm at this time, oh, they would be like the #1 stars. They'd be like, wow, you can poof and you're tiny.
Do you remember the name of our villain from Mothra?
No, Mothra?
Nelson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy who was like, yeah, he was an asshole. This is kind of our Nelson of the film.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's an asshole. You're throwing away a gold opportunity. He's just throwing cash at them. It's bad. It's stupid. It's made him look desperate. Like he knows they've got something gold.
Like just throw away the box. Just yeet it right into the river.
I don't think that would cause help. I don't think that would. They would just teleport out at that point.
Gone
But
forever.
then to just say that, then why are they in the box?
In the
I guess
box.
because that way they don't have to explain it, and then they don't have to animate it. I guess it's whatever.
Lazy
right?
fuckers.
And it shows a good. That way they only have to make one set, right? They have to make one set for the girls to stand in for their miniatures shots.
But for logical people like us, it doesn't make the story correct. Like it's
no.
That's a loophole real hard.
Or it's just they're lazy as fuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know which one's lazier, the people that made the movie or the fairies. Because maybe they're just like, I don't want to.
Yeah, which one is it?
Or, oh, see, look, gone now. Pitter patter, right? These fuckers are lazy.
See, maybe they got us there. That's why they're like, yeah, we're gonna dip now. We're not staying in this box. There we go. They answered our question for us. I guess they wanted to keep them in the box to get them past everybody, right?
One alcoholic drink for one of these fairies would get them lit for a month. Sorry, that lady came over with those drinks and I was like, wow, you could like bathe. Well, if you were the fairy size, you could like bathe in that thing, or it'd be like a keg.
It's your hydration for like a month.
Literally, like a shot of like vodka would be a 2-4 for them.
Oh, see, now you hear them. You hear them in the forest, but you don't see them. And they're saying that it's unfortunate that, your people don't see the same way as we do.
Steal
they're going to go get Mothra. Egg. They've teleported to Mothra now, and now they're leaving. You can kind of see them on top there, briefly on her head as they fly. Mothra.
Yeah, this version looks way better than the other one.
Yeah, you think so, eh?
It looks more like an actual bug, and like I was saying, it's just not as cartoony. Because the bright colors might look nice, but in Blu-ray, cool. It's too bright.
They show you like the political side, like everyone's like lashing out. They're like, people for Mothra's people, like anti people against happy industries, and then people for it. And now he's handing out flyers and giving people free stuff and talking about a grand opening for the egg. It reminds me a lot there of if you remember Tim Burton's Batman, when Jack Nicholson is playing the Joker and he's done the parade balloon and he's throwing out the cash. That's what that shot reminds me of.
I haven't watched that movie in so long, man.
Oh, it's a good one, man. Jack Nicholson, so great. It's prime. All the fishermen are pissed because like you still haven't paid us, but it's because the other guy's been windling him too. He hasn't even paid him.
No one's getting paid.
Yeah, per your agreement, your balance is due on opening day. Stop being so greedy. How about you just give them your money? Yeah, see, now all the people are trying to cancel the event, and even the government's thinking about stopping it, similar like they did in the first one, remember?
Yeah.
See what I mean? It's like similar story intertwined, and then like boom, they plop Godzilla in last minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're running out of material. Eventually, it's just going to be, here's Godzilla, here's the opponent, go.
And like, not to mention, to make Mothra interesting, like how will she, you know what I mean? But keep her the good guy still, but still make her destructive. Like you have to think of ways that humanity would abuse the right of nature, and that's kind of like Mothra's idea, right? Abuse Mother Nature and abuse our love and our peace for profit.
Yeah, well, the humans muffed up, my friend.
Yeah,
real hard.
We're a disease, a virus.
Basically. Whether we like it or not, that's true.
Yeah. Matrix, Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith said it best.
It's like Captain
He's just
Planet.
chilling, living the dream here, eh?
Living the dream.
Girl drinking his nice silk robe on the water, it looks like. Ha. See, right now he's starting to know he's getting swindled because now he's like saying he can use Mothra's egg as collateral if he pays him money. So now technically he can give the money to the fisherman, but he owns the egg, and now he's gonna throw him under the bus He's fucked him, man, and he just doesn't see it. It's like,
If this was me, I would have let them take the egg back to the island and be like, yeah, but I want the shells afterwards and I'll sell those.
well, yeah. I mean,
It's a giant egg. It would take you like a long time, so like you could still make probably like this is from Mothra.
and not only
Proven
that, you could use it for, you could sell it because think about like because we don't know what it is, right? This could be possible pharmaceutical attributes to
benefits.
it. Exactly, anything. Packs no punch. You know who packs all the punch? Godzilla.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Those
But
look angry.
this is probably definitely still one of my I really love the film. The story here with the greedy people, like it's not incredible, but it's good enough and intriguing enough to keep it going. And I feel like the pacing is relatively decent, and you'll see as the movie goes on, there's a good payoff. Oh, here we get Egg Boy again here. I got the egg. Soft boiled takes this long. If Mothra's egg is this much bigger, multiply that by 3.
But you just say that he can boil an egg in 3 minutes? How the fuck does he do that?
Magic.
Because like a hard boiled egg is like 7 to 8 minutes, I believe.
He said he does it in the microwave.
That might be it. I don't do mine in the microwave.
Yeah.
He's just eating it out of the shell.
Yeah. He just cuts it and then eats the yolk out of the middle.
That's so weird. With a tiny fork.
I mean, that's how you can eat it, right? Because that way you don't need a plate for it. It's easy on the go. You boil an egg, you cut it, eat the top half, then scoop the yolk out, and then you can eat the shell.
Wait, you eat your shell?
If it's hard boiled, yeah.
That's disgusting. No. You
What?
crack the shell. You crack the shell off.
Oh
So there's
yeah,
no
I'm talking about
shell.
sorry, not the shell, but I'm talking about the yolk part. Sorry.
I'm like, what are
Not
you
the non-yolk,
saying?
the
You eat your
whites.
shells? I'm like, okay, but like,
No.
no,
Sorry.
you crack the shell
Yeah,
off.
I just
You,
eat
you
the
just
shell,
eat
man.
it, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I like this one. I like that this one here recognizes that Godzilla's radioactive. They touch the radioactive scale, and they're like, yeah, no joke. What you found was radioactive. They had to defume them when they came in. Because they're like, yeah, you touched this shit.
Wouldn't Mothra be radioactive too then? Because like the radiation
Using the
basically
die
fucked
counter
the
there.
island.
Yeah, possibly.
Same with the fairies and all the other people.
Geiger counter, not a die counter.
This right here is a giant turd.
They're scanning for radiation.
It's a piece of wood. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of my favorite shots. Definitely top 5 Godzilla appearances from this era, anyway. Oh, it's just so well done. Where do you think he's coming from?
A party.
I just think about what the suit actor had to go through for this shot. Think about that as we watch it. That's like the most incredible thing. So they're just like sitting on this hillside gazing over this construction site where their Happy Enterprise is adapting and building the rest near Mothra's egg. So it's all just like dirt piles and like construction site,
Sabotage. Testing more nuclear radioactive materials,
Yeah, they're like, why are we getting these radioactive readings over here then? So bizarre.
So bizarre.
I wonder what they're reading. I'll see now she's got a proper camera. Now she's thinking smart. Oh, something moved. See, this is where she's useful. Look what she just found.
It's the mud monster.
I wish. Better than what it actually is. Oh, this is such a good shot.
This reminds me of Tremors.
bursting some pipes in the ground there. The smoke comes shooting out of the ground like it burst a pipe, sizzles out. Great shot. I love that.
Nice miniature.
Yeah.
Like an old boat.
There we go. Oh, you see the tail come up, and as we can guess now, Godzilla rising out of the dirt here, it just like trickles off him. He looks so badass.
Why was he in the dirt?
See, a lot of people wondered that, but because it's by the coast in the mud, they said that he
Just
was
having a
washed
nap?
up ashore and having a nap. Yeah.
Jesus. I like the version of this suit though.
Oh, this suit is awesome. Really interesting. Most interesting thing about this suit, you notice how his top lip kind of wiggles?
I was just about to say that. Good little effect on the suit.
Yeah, and you know,
Wasn't
it's
the
funny.
biggest fan of the back like fins moving, the shingles or whatever.
Yeah.
But
The funniest thing about the face moving is it was actually accidental. So there's a scene, as we're about to see here, where it was actually really funny. So obviously the Godzilla suits are clunky, heavy, they're hard to operate, and we know this. It's just
no
it is
water
what it
so
is.
far. So good
So
on him.
Nakajima, obviously Haru Nakajima is playing Godzilla again. He does it for most of the show era. And he actually slipped because due to like a piloting error, someone didn't direct him, and he slips and he falls into one of the miniatures, and he destroyed the miniature, which means they had to keep the shot, and he ruined the face of the Godzilla because he broke the mouth jaw, which made it wiggle. So then they went and reshot and shot around the fact that it moved like that because they liked it and they went with it. And then they kind of just made him fall into shit to make him look like he was like, you know, tired because he just
Clumsy.
woke up. Yeah. That's why I see how he's kind of walking on an angle here. Like an idiot. They kind of already start to make him look kind of stupid. Hitting shit with his tail. That's a
Atomic
good shot.
breath.
Yeah.
Or
When the atomic
blast or
breath was
whatever it
cool.
is.
Atomic breath, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm still a noob, so forgive me, Godzilla nerds. Woo woo!
I hear trucks going here, making the best noises ever.
3.
Old school
Oh, they're at
Japan.
a line. That was one, or I think it was 1, 2, 3, and then 5.
I'll tell you where a couple things don't add up in this movie very well, at least in the copy we have, because we're watching. By the way, we're watching the original I didn't even stay at the beginning. We're watching the original Japanese version, English subtitles. We're watching the restored version from the same show collection. We watch all of our show films for new watchers. Now it's digitally restored, so a lot of the earlier blue screen and green screen that they did clearly here. And when it was not restored and not HD, it looked okay. But when they restored it, they realized that
Not
kind
so
of cut
okay.
some out of Godzilla's face a bit in some of the sky shots, like right here. Like, and there's shots where it really cuts him out really bad. Like there's a huge chunk of him missing. And it gets a little rough sometimes. But they had no way of like fixing that, right? It's just the oh, see how the mouth wiggles? Oh, I love it. It's great. Sometimes great things happen in film on purpose or by accident, and they're great. He falls, and then this comes down and hits him. Godzilla's just messing house, and it's just because he's like drunk walking home, essentially.
He's
This
trying
is like
his best.
This is our Herbert walking home, okay?
Oh, 100%.
Back in the day.
Never again.
We all have that one drunk friend walking home who just insists that they walk home even though they can barely walk, and it's just great. Oh, so this is the scene here. So this miniature looks great. They had that scene done, and then here's the scene where he things don't go
Trips.
so well. Oh, there it is. Slides his face right in, and then they just reshot his foot slipping around that to make it look like he slipped up like that. Because if you pan down, you realize that that's not there where he slipped from.
It wasn't terrible. Could have been worse. I thought it
No,
was
I
going to
think
be
it
like
ended up okay.
legitimately like him falling into the building, and I was like, oh, oof. But like that wasn't terrible.
No,
They made it
Nakajima's
work.
been in the business at this point long enough that he knows that, like, you know, you only get one shot for these things, and he just
One
had a big
opportunity.
boo boo on his part, and he didn't want to cost the shot. If it was just one little building, whatever, but that was like a grand structure, a grand scene they were supposed to do. So it's right. They made him look Godzilla, make him look a little goofier and silly. So it worked out okay.
He's just trying his best. He's trying to survive.
Right. I love how they build it up though, because really, like, Mothra versus Godzilla flat out, like, who has a chance?
I still think Godzilla. Giant Moth doesn't really seem like it's gonna pull out on this one.
It's an emergency. We get egg guy again. Not eating an egg though. Not yet.
No eggs
Anyway.
this time.
Wait, what's he getting out of his pocket?
It
It's
is
an
an
egg.
egg. I brought two. Oh, I thought he was gonna pull out another one.
No.
I brought two.
He pulls it something else, but he has the egg first because they just make a point that he always has to have an egg.
Yeah, see, that's how you peel the egg. I don't know what he's doing, man.
It's the subtle comic relief.
It's like that one guy in Fast and the Furious that's always eating.
Yeah.
Like he's always munching on snacks and stuff like chips. Oh, that'd be me. But this guy's loves eggs.
Yeah. I mean, I like a hard boiled egg. It's good. It's, like I say, convenient to bring around and eat. Just throw, like, half a carton in a pot in the morning before you leave for work, boil it, throw it in a container, take it with you for the day until you get home at like midnight again. Because they work like 14 hours sometimes. So
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
you
I
eat
should
them
really
throughout the
start
day, keep
taking
your
a lot of
protein and your
eggs.
energy up, get your sources of all your nutrients. It's an easy, quick way to do it. Because usually they just chop it up and put it in noodles. I do that all the time.
I'm not the biggest fan of eggs, so like, I
I usually get
can
like
do without it.
I usually get like a cheap noodle bowl, like do a hard boiled egg, cook some kind of like tofu or chicken or something, depending on what I want, and then like fry it all up together in a pan with like a General Tao sauce or like a Thai sauce of any, or teriyaki sauce, like marinate, and then just like
Sounds good,
hoisin sauce and
but
peanuts.
like no tofu.
Oh, tofu's delicious when it's fried. Oh, it's so good. It's just like crispy dough filled with sauce. It's so good. Now I'm just thinking about food. Screw the movie. Let's go get dinner.
Yeah, I
Because
haven't
literally
even
getting to
eaten.
the
I'm
best
waiting.
part. So, I had pasta dinner earlier today. Oh, so they're flying out. I mean, they're flying. I seem to have missed
Yes,
that
they're
part. You're talking about
flying.
food. They're flying out to yeah, the island. I think it's Infant Island, Fancy
Skull
Island.
Island.
They change the name of it so often. To say it's Infant. Yeah, Infant
It
Island.
is Infant Island. Yeah, that's what the
Yeah.
fairies kept saying.
Ooh,
Oh, look at that turtle
little
thing.
creatures. Do people really live here? Notice how it moved, but now it's standing completely still. I wonder if it was supposed to stand still the entire time and be a skeleton. No, it moved again.
I think it's supposed to be a skeleton, but it's like moving in the wind. Because like you can see through the eye holes.
Yeah, maybe.
This is where the three-eyed fish
Weird.
comes out of the water.
Yeah. Oh,
Now they're red.
now we got some people painted red. Oh, might be their tribe color. Hey, I'd rather them be painted like a tribe paint color or something, like,
Just like paint them pink,
or blue
like
or something.
fluorescent
Or...
pink. See them through the jungle.
So that's a lot better than having them painted, black, and
Yep.
it's just not right.
Now they're just stealing all their shit. But they let her have the camera? Nah, bro. Nah.
Nah. They're like, nah, screw that. Takes it. Get. Where are they bringing them though? Obviously to the native people of Infant Island.
Cannibal Holocaust.
So I'll see some of those people don't look bad. And we're still okay. It's a little bit, but not as bad as it was before. Yeah, see, now they're all pissed. They're like, we don't trust you not one bit. It's like, how could they blame you? Oh no, some of them are still painted up pretty bad. At least some of them though. If they worked with whoever they had to fill the acting positions. Drink the creepy tea.
Drink the
They
blood.
drank it, so it's okay.
The guys behind him's like, should we tell them that it's pee?
I mean, they're painted in it. I think it's red, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
That's where
now,
I'm like,
is
it's
that
blood.
the stuff from King Kong versus Godzilla? You think?
Maybe.
Or the red juice? That stuff that made them sleepy as shit. No, I don't think so. Oh, he just chugged it back. Eh? He just went for it. I like this guy's headdress. I love it. It's so cool. I'm usually not a big fan of like
kind of looks like an owl.
Taller like headpieces, like that escalate higher and higher and higher to show like tribal stance and like to show how high you are in the ranks. Sometimes they just get so tall they look ridiculous, but his is like such a good height. It looks so dope. And it looks so fuzzy.
Well, I mean, if he got
Probably
lost, he'd be easy to find.
Yeah.
Look for the guy with the really tall hat.
I don't think he'd ever get lost. He's the leader of their tribe.
Make everyone else do everything. True. Goals, my friend.
This island has been a place of suffering. We have no faith in outsiders. Yeah, why would you? You've never given them the chance, one button. So, oh no, we trusted in them once. Oh, they're talking about the first movie.
Yeah, exactly. Because Nelson's a dick. Guaranteed that guy went back and tried to muff them up.
Yeah. No, Nelson died.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He got shot, gunned down at the end.
Wait. Where's the song? Where's it coming from?
Oh. What could he be singing? Oh. I love the aspect of having the
whole t-shirt right there.
Yeah.
And then with our faces on it.
Please. I mean, it could happen. It might happen.
Probably.
Well, I love how they added the Shobijin in. That's like the two fairies here. They're called the Shobijin. It's so I just love it. It adds this iconicness to Mothra 1, and 2, it adds like this mystical like uniqueness to the story. Like, when you see those twins that you're, oh, Mothra is involved. Shit's going down. Like, you don't have to throw the monster in, you know what I mean? It's almost like, when you're you're watching a horror movie and it's a camp and, there's like slutty bitches and horny dudes running around doing drugs, having sex in a camp that, they're going to die. The serial killer or like some kind of crazy entity is going to kill them in that movie. It's just like a nice little reassurance. I love this song they sing here. It's not quite the Mothra main theme, but it's gorgeous. I would just play that just to listen to it. It's just gorgeous. And take a look around you. That's what they've been doing for the past fucking minute while you've been singing.
Lurking. Just creeping.
Yeah, what do you think? Oh yeah, we've just been staring off into space, not looking at everything that's going on right now.
Well, who wouldn't watch them? They're like two little tiny foot high fairies singing by a pond. I'd be like, wow.
we have telepathic powers. We can read your thoughts. Just okay.
But you
So
didn't
that's
know they were
continuity from
behind
the
them.
first one.
But you didn't know they were behind them, so you would have been able to like feel it and be like,
I
yep.
feel like they did. They just wanted to finish their song.
Yo, I gotta finish my
Oh,
verse.
they're like, nah, we're not helping you. Sorry. We don't trust Earthlings.
Especially
Ooh.
you.
And then they're like, including us. And they just answer with, we're very sorry. Cold. Can't even tell them the truth. Or is it because they do secretly trust them? Oh, when they've given up all hope, here we go. Our photographer stands up here, gives her plea of the film that he can have faith in humanity. You tell him, Nakanishi. But we're all equal before the gods. They don't choose sides. Yeah, but they choose who lives and dies. And today, Mothra's saying F you. That's what they're trying to tell you, girl. They fall for it, though. You know they do. This guy
I just want them
it.
to fight. They need to
They
start
play good
fighting
cop.
soon.
It's like good cop, bad cop, but instead of that, it's stupid, angry, honest, blurt fest, and then the reasonable, rational guy talks it over. It's like a similar style of getting your information if you're not a cop. Oh, your Mothra's screech from above here.
I like how
Please
one's
follow
smiling
us.
and one's like, "Oh no!"
They just go around the corner and get eaten. This is a cool shot.
Easy.
See how small they are? They run. But here's the perspective shot. They walk by. They look like 2 feet tall from that angle, right? From the ground there. And then they walk up and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. They're that big. There's a little bit of a sizing difference, but it's still a good shot.
That's some squishy ground.
Oh, yeah. Ah, the beautifulness of HD.
And sets.
There's some pretty cool sets, though.
All right, your job is to make rock, but not like any other rock. Big pointy rocks.
That's the one good reference shot there when they're running and it pans up to them. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, here we go again.
Here we go. Now they're going to summon Mothra with the best song of all time. Sorry. Second best song of all time. No, third. Godzilla's second. This is third. And number one is
the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. Oh.
No. Jet Jaguar.
Bah humbug.
But one day it might be time to duel.
Down.
This is cool as you're singing all the tribes. People start walking in ceremonial style. Their hats kind of look like a cupcake, and it makes me hungry. It makes you want to eat like strawberry cupcakes. Or it kind of looks like a snowball.
Whatever it is, I want it.
I wonder if they ever made like Shobijin, like, oh, they definitely have like dolls, like Barbie kind of style. It'd be no brainer not to if they haven't already. Oh, you can see through some of the shots there. You can see the chief through the twins there. They're being screened in there. Yeah, I do like the look of Mothra in this one. Definitely a lot better. Well, oh, so this is great. Now we're going to the military's plan again to take Godzilla down. And what are they going to do? Set up electric fences.
Yeah, we saw how well that worked last time.
Learn. I mean, like,
No.
What are they going to do, though? They're not going to nuke them, so.
Oxygen bomb. Always going to be my answer. Forever.
I know, but they don't have that technology. He's not in this movie.
Well, They should have had a minute, and then problem
And they could
solved.
have had it. Yep. Right here. This could have been the last one.
Also, they need to start fighting soon. I want some pow pow.
This one's a lot of story. Don't worry. It's all literally about to happen. You're good.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
This is 52 minutes, 53 minutes, and we still haven't gotten any fighting. What up?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we got
This is my
Godzilla
favorite
wrecking-
Godzilla movie.
Doesn't mean it has to be full of fights. He's wrecking house. It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorites.
Either way, meh. Doesn't have eye patch, man. 53 minutes, no fighting. This is bullshit.
Don't worry, there's some pretty cool scenes. You'll enjoy it. And Godzilla's smashing face is pretty great.
That's pretty good miniature work.
Yeah,
My buddy Brandon would love this. It's just tanks shooting at Godzilla. So
this is actually a really good scene too.
shout out
This
to
is
Brandon, my
actually
tank
very
homie.
Tank homies.
Everyone's got to love some tanks. Tanks.
I've always wanted to do, like, if I was ever gonna do model work, there's two things I've always said I wanted to do. One would be like tanks, military vehicles, stuff like that. If I was doing like little miniature models, like just like the ones you buy and put together. Or I would like to do a like movie ones, you know what I mean? Like things from like iconic things.
Yeah, I started
Like
doing
Gundam
ones
and
from
stuff,
like
mechs.
I started doing like horror ones clearly because that's who I am. But I did the doc from Jason. That one turned out pretty good. I'll send you pictures later of it.
Oh, that's cool. That's really
That
fucking
face.
Cool. Oh, I know. I love the suit in this one. It's not my favorite by any means, but like it's good. I like it. It's definitely not my least favorite one.
Godzilla should have just picked up the egg, threw it in boiling water, and he would have had a hard shell egg in no time. Problem solved. Hard shelled Mothra.
He's like, yum yum. Look, this guy, he's still cooking an egg in a pan. Look at him.
This is what, like 5 eggs?
He threatened to fire me if I left Mothra's egg. Even if Godzilla's there, but he's like, Godzilla scares me, but not as much as being fired.
Yeah, I don't know
Poor
about that one,
guy.
my friend.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. He's coming to get his money. He's pissed. Yeah, he lost everything because he fell for it. You screwed you over. You should have known better. Yeah. Oh, smacks the cigar out of his mouth. Here we get some really good scenes here. I think you like this scene.
There's a little bit of fighting.
Let's wait for it. They wrestling on the ground right now, but he's fed up. He's lost his livelihood. Yeah, he screwed him over. It's just business. Oh, bust open his face there.
This is one of the rare times we actually see some blood.
Yep. And then wait for it. I'm taking my money because he knows where it is. Why he didn't have that locked is beyond me.
Take all of it. They don't need it. They don't deserve it.
No, I mean neither does he.
None of them do, but like, whatever. This guy just got his ass
But you know
kicked,
what?
so, like,
And the moral of the story is, everyone gets what they deserve. Greed overcomes. Goes back for the money. Oh, and he like wakes up. That's a good shot. I like that shot. After he gets knocked out, he like slowly opens his eyes and he sees Godzilla out the window approaching. Cool shot. Cool shot. He's like, oh fuck, I gotta hurry now. I'm gonna get this gun and just shoot this guy. Oh. Passes out with all the money on him. Yeah, it's worst ways to die.
he should have killed that dude first.
But then he takes the money anyway. Look at, he takes more of it. He uses his jacket. You know, Godzilla's
Killed him
like
and
right
stole the
there.
jacket.
The
Ultimate
hotel's in
betrayal.
danger.
Fuck the hotel.
Get out of there. Leave idiot in here to die. Oh, cool shot. This guy's not living through that. Nope, he's done for. That's what happens, kids. That's what greed gets you. Trapped in a building, crushed by your hopes and dreams, and thousands and thousands of pounds of cement and metal.
Oof.
Oh, you know what Godzilla's going for? He's going for that egg.
He's
You're
going for
right.
that hard-boiled egg. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He's
Throw it
like,
in some water.
food.
He was watching that other homie
I
just
used
eat
atomic
eggs the
breath
entire
it
time.
in the water for a few minutes, and away I go.
Yeah, exactly. Sunny side up.
I am good to go. He eyes it too, like he's like, yeah, I'd eat that.
Scrambled anyone?
I forgot the scene why he uses his tail. I know it's to cause like suspense or whatever, you know what I mean? And but so it's not just him.
I feel
clawing
like it's
through it
because
for no reasons.
in a lot of the other films he didn't use his tail as much, so they tried to incorporate it a lot more in this one because they actually had movement to the tail.
Yeah, I
And
guess
it's
it
not just a
works.
tail puppet. I mean, I didn't mind that scene. It was a little cheesy, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, here comes Mothra. I like that shot of Mothra flying. I find her wings, unlike the other monsters, when they fly, their wings just go up and down. Mothra's like have arc to them, like they curve, like and they flap. I find. It might just be because they're angled, but it looks nice, the effect. Oh, Mothra comes in. Oh, makes a dodge. Mothra's a lot stronger than people think, especially in these
Godzilla
films.
just ducking.
Mothra's so furry. I love it.
So what
Like,
time
get
are
us in
we
the
at right now?
box. Get us in the box. So we're officially hitting monster fights at 1 hour mark
Oof.
to get 28 minutes of awesomeness.
Yeah, kind of.
Usually how it is with these movies, though. Hour of human drama, 20 minutes of monster drama, or half hour monster drama, 10 minutes of
They need to
monster
go like
fights.
back and back, you know, like you got to have a little bit of it. You can't just go like hour of it and then just be like, okay, they finally meet. This is going to last 10 minutes. Like this is
Yeah.
straight up UFC.
And Mothra's like brush. Well, they had a budget to restrain within, right? And like it was
Yeah,
hard
I
to keep
feel
the
like I
actors in
just
these
spent
suits.
$50 on a pay-per-view and the fight lasted like 2 seconds.
I mean, I would pay $50 to watch this film, but that's because I'm insane.
I would just find a website. Shows who we are.
Or go and listen to some fantastic podcast that totally is interested in all the things you love and watches movies and talks about them.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Killer Kaiju podcast. Plug.
Butt plug.
The best butt plug. Oh, she's wrecking house now, blowing everything away. Godzilla's losing his balance. Mothra's blowing even the egg away. Shit's getting real, Mothra. I like it's a cool shot of Mothra. Godzilla's trying to wreck house on that egg now. Swatting Mothra away. Like, get out of here, bitch. I'll see a little bit of wire work there. Not too much, though. It's not that bad. I do love the suit in this movie. It's still phenomenal. I do love it. Ooh. Dragging him away here by his tail. Classic.
Basically an angry toddler getting sent to the room.
Yep. Accurate. Totally accurate. It's like, no, not this way, not now. They sped it up there. Oh. See, because it is hard to make them fight. I like the scene where she comes up. Yeah. I like the scenes of Mothra comes up from behind him and like starts grabbing and clawing at his face. Some of those cuts are really shaky for me, but there's worse there's worse shots like that in future films. So this one actually is pretty bearable considering those are really cool.
Godzilla's just gotta grab Mothra and just rip off the wings.
Yep. You just gotta go for it. He's getting destroyed right now. Godzilla, you're getting wrecked by Mothra right now, bro. Come on.
This is some BS. Real hard.
Oh,
Another trippy poo.
knocks Godzilla down into the ditch here. Down Godzilla goes. Oh. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure two movies got released. Two Godzilla movies came out in 1964 at this time. I'm not
What's
mistaken.
the other one?
I believe it was Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. I think it came out this next one we're watching for sure. Yeah, it came out the same year, 1964. And Mothra's in that movie too. So Mothra has a lot of use. I mean, Mothra was really popular. They wanted to use her a lot. It makes sense.
I don't know. I think they could have done a little better than a giant butterfly, but
No, she's a moth.
they do what they got. Like a giant prey mantis, like a giant spider.
Oh, those will happen. Don't worry. Don't you worry, my friend. We'll get there.
I just feel like there's better out. Rip those wings off. Go. What the hell?
Godzilla, you're messing up, bro. You're a drunk fool. Burned her ass, though.
Yeah, but didn't do much.
No. Mothra's trying to flee now. It's like, no, it's not what you think. Mothra is old. She's getting near her prime. That's a really cool shot. Mothra coming
the
and landing. Yeah. Really well done. Notice the mouth too on Mothra. The mouth is the same on the moth form as it is on the larva form. It's a nice little cool, like the creature changes kind of completely, except for the fact that its mouth stays the same. It's really interesting.
Bail. Everyone bail.
Yeah, they're like, well, this guy's like, wait, I need you to eat an egg first. No.
Yeah, probably.
Just leave them in the dust.
I'm surprised he didn't fall off the back and then pull out an egg.
Once Mothra's dead, they're like, all right, let's go eat. Mothra's dead, but the egg's still there. Yes, it is. Mothra's like the Hydra of moths. One dies to appear. See, these are all real military vehicle shots there.
Just being completely reincarnated into another moth.
Yeah, essentially.
That's not terrible, I guess.
Yeah. It's like she's like a religious deity of protection of Mother Nature and Earth, essentially. That's why they all pray to her like a god.
So are they just gonna like keep the giant moth corpse or like taxidermy it, making it an exhibit?
I mean, that'd be smart.
Because now they have a giant moth.
I don't know how they do it in this one. To be honest, I forget off the top of my head, but usually Mothra kind of forms into some kind of energy and then is absorbed into its next kin or something else to help it fight.
Because I'm just saying, if it died, you'd have a giant moth just chilling, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna taxidermy it.
How much would that take? It's huge.
A lot. Biggest taxidermied moth in the world. Make a whole exhibit.
I mean, the Mothra that it was used, it was huge, if I recall.
Yeah, wasn't it like 8 people to make it move?
And it was long as hell. Like it was like massive. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, it was 250 meters with its wingspan.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool shot here when Godzilla's getting bombarded by the tanks and missiles with all the fire. Is a really cool shot that I think you'll like. With all this fire, there's obviously dangers with all this fire. Look at his head catches on fire. But they kept it in the shot just because it was badass. And then he just walks off. And it was funny because then when they cut it there and finished that scene, they got Nakajima out of the suit right away, right? And he didn't even realize it was on fire until they told him.
Oh, probably not. You'd
No,
be all
yeah.
like under all the layers that you wouldn't even notice. You'd be like, oh, maybe it's kind of warm in here, or am I just sweatier than normal?
But they loved it, so they went with the scene, and then they just had to rebuild the head. So it was funny because this suit was like doomed to fail, right? Because if you think about it, in the first scene, he falls into the miniature, breaks the face, but they like the way the face looks, so they go with it. Then he does this scene, and the suit catches on fire, but to the point where they can't use it, so they have to make a new piece for it. It's like it was just out to make more work for them.
Hey, this is probably the best looking suit thus far, so you may as well
Yeah.
put the extra little work into it.
I do love the way the King Kong versus Godzilla suit looks from the side, but from the front, it looks way too off to put it above this one. This one looks overall pretty good. You're right. The tank miniatures are great in this one. Like, look at that depth right there. Him being that far away. That's a great shot of it panning over.
Mothra.
Oh, here we get them singing now. Save us, Mothra. You're our only hope. You're like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you'll always have the high ground. Yeah, everyone around the world cheer Mothra's song, bring her to life. The dance choreography and stuff is better than Mothra though, and King Kong versus Godzilla's ritual dancing. That stuff was ridiculous. At least this stuff was somewhat like tame and celebratory looking, not painful or sporadic or crazy.
Sorry, I'm just into what's happening.
Oh yeah, no, take it all in.
It's a whole vibe.
See what I mean by this movie gets a little better as it goes on.
Yeah, now we're into the movie.
Yeah. And I like the corporate greed drama and the owner of Happy Industries. Like, he's a prick. I liked all that drama. It was good. Oh, here comes Gojira. Prepare Operation B. Yeah, because you just walked through your electric fence like nothing. We knew that wasn't going to work, guys. Come on. Operation B is what? Oh, the same thing without the electric fence. Just go and shoot at him a lot. Oh, I love how like for a while, oh, they're dropping bombs on them. For a while, they like use the same cookie cutter response for the military, but then after a while, like when they start to take continuity, especially in the Heisei series, you can see them just learn and be like, oh no, we need to do better.
Well, they should, right?
Yeah.
Like we've been through 6 movies thus far, and every time they're like, so what do we do when he comes back? Well, what did we already do and what didn't work?
But nope, they just try the same stupid shit. I don't get me wrong. I like the big G being alive. I hope they keep doing the wrong shit, but it's not very good for filmmaking. For a
There's just some things that aren't necessarily plausible, like the whole electricity thing. Why do you think that would work?
Oh,
Like, could you imagine the thickness of a Godzilla skin? If you were to stab it with a knife, it would do
and he's
nothing.
radioactive.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be literally nothing.
Yeah, they drop the net on him.
Electricity is going to be nothing if they walk through. That's just logic.
They drop a net on
It'd be like
him.
a tiny little tase.
It's a metal net though, so then it electrocutes the metal net and it fries them. You know, this actually might work if they keep dropping nets.
That's
on
bringing
them.
up Jill's last comment on the one time. What happens if you just stab them? Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing happens.
Oh, so you guys got 2 nets on him though. All that electricity coursing through him because now it's conducting, right?
I think I stepped on a car.
They just keep dropping 3 nets on him now.
They should
That's
just put him back to sleep.
Good.
You just gotta like read him a giant lullaby.
We just gotta get the twins to sing him a lullaby. Maybe
Give him the
Godzilla's just
COVID
angry
virus
because he
thingy.
doesn't have his own theme song or his own singing song. He has his own theme song, but he's like, how come I don't get pretty singing ladies? All these monsters get pretty singing girls, and I get angry, triumphant theme music.
Because he kills everyone, and Mothra doesn't kill the little tiny people, so they're there.
What?
They know they're not going to die. If Godzilla wasn't going to kill everyone, they'd probably be like, okay, we'll
He's
treat you
just
as a god.
angry and doesn't understand that. Okay, it's too
He's
much
sassy.
thinking. He's a sassy bitch.
Sounds like my girlfriend.
Oh no, the wire disconnected and it stopped. You know what's funny? If it kept going, that would have stabilized him probably for a long time. But now he gets up and he starts melting everything. So there we get the same effect from the first Godzilla with the wax, but now it's in color so you can see that it's red instead of silver. Oof.
That's some pretty good melting action.
Yeah. Just peeling back. I
Just,
imagine they literally
hitting it
just
with
took a
blowport.
blowtorch.
Yeah, exactly. A blowtorch. Just
They
like
just took a blowtorch to some miniatures and some toys.
blur torch.
Blowtorch. Blowtorchian. Everyone get the hell out of here. Our plan that didn't work the last 5 times didn't work. Get out quick. We didn't expect this to happen. Get out.
It's a shame. That's a shame. I guess
No, they don't
Japan is
desperate.
Godzilla's now.
Yeah, he's like,
We'll go to
nervous.
Infant Island.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're gonna be real accepting of all these people there.
Just
like,
everyone just shows up.
Like it's within eye shot. We're good. See, he's like, take me to the island. This guy, take me to that island. You have to. He's fucking losing his mind. Oh, there's still school children on the island. That's why. Of course, there's always the children and the damsel in distress.
I'm sorry, but no, they're out. There's a lot
taking
more
over the
people
mountain
to worry
shelter.
about than 10 kids and one teacher. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gone. Out. Cut.
Everyone draw a straw.
Start swimming.
Oh man, Godzilla's just wrecking house, man. Great miniature works. Yes, I just love I love this is the first real step forward in special effects of these movies, though. It is. They really start to use more like, I mean, it's bad because it's in the restored version, but the blue screen or green screen they use it's gotta be blue screen. It's effective enough in some spots, and before they restored it and turned up all the saturation, it probably looks really good.
They should have just tried to like barbecue the moth and then like ate her.
No, Mothra's good. You don't want to hurt Mothra. Yo, without Mothra, shit would be so bad. They'd have to deal with Godzilla. Would you rather deal with Godzilla or some people on an island that don't want to be bothered?
Both.
Oh, here we go. Some mystical shit happening here. The eggs are lighting up. Get the totem eye flash there. Yeah, there's a rave going on inside that egg.
Oh, probably. There's like an entire city in there.
Yeah, we're just dropping some LSD and doing some hard dancing before we crack this bitch open. Good cracking effect on the egg, though. I imagine that was all like, oh no, it's meant to be practical. Yeah, it's probably 2 separate eggs, and then they slowly faded the other one over top with the light effect. I see the mouth's the same in the larva form. Nice touch. Oh, there's 2 twins.
Twins, Basil twins. Yeah, they look gross as hell.
Yeah, and like they're slimy because they're just born, right? So the little fur on the bottom looks a little gross.
Like weird worm butt turds.
Yeah, they look like little poops. Little poops.
Little poops of faces.
Yeah. And their mouths look like little stitched footballs, like the stitching in a football. But we love them and they protect us. Run, children, run. Because he's beelining for that island.
He's
He's
on a
like, yo,
mission.
women and children on that island. Inconvenience for humanity. You bet your ass I'm there. Oh, this guy's just wrecked. He survived though. Building collapsed on him, but he's still good. But the children are still there. They're just like yeeting their way through the forest here. I love how the kids all have like somewhat like happy faces on their face. They're well, not happy, but they're just like, whatever. But then they edit in like the like the crying. It's deadly like overdubbed to put it afterwards. It's just funny. Because these kids are like having too much fun. They're like, nah, I'm in a movie. I'm hiking up this hill. We're good. Going to see some monster fights.
Bye-bye,
Oh, here we
worms.
go. Now the larvae are swimming to take care of Godzilla. They're like, yo, we got this. You sacrificed too much. Us giant poops got this. I like the way they swim, though. They're just like up, down, bobbing. It's great.
Mothra.
Godzilla being an underwater creature really adds a lot and makes for some really good scenes, and explains a lot, like why he's able to get from point A to point B, why no one can ever find him. Like, it definitely explains a lot.
He's just down in the water napping somewhere.
Yep.
I think that's the most wholesome thing about this, like these movies. He just wants to nap.
Yeah.
And everyone just keeps bugging him.
Oh, here we go. Like these little Mothra larvae, they're like, hey, go sleep somewhere else, you big bully. It's funny because like they're obviously fighting and pissed at each other. And like we'll remember this feud because like in the next movie they might need to help each other. And like after this, like you wouldn't think they would ever help each other with Godzilla's attitude.
Everyone's just sassy in these movies.
Yo, monsters be sassy. I do like that they kind of use a soft flesh. It's not just rock hard. So that way, like in the face, when like Mothra, the larva of Mothra is moving, it like shows that the flesh is kind of moving a bit. Which I mean is the one you could get away with because it's an insect with it being hard, but then the other ones they don't. But I still like the look of it. It looks cool.
See, Godzilla should have hard boiled the egg. He missed out.
Plus, we know like obviously the larva. Oh my god, yawns. The Mothra. Sorry, folks. The Mothra larva cocoons and becomes Mothra, right? So the fact that it has some.
You're wrong. It cocoons and becomes two Mothras.
False. There's two larvae, but they'll each become one.
Oh, that's bullshit.
They don't cocoon into the egg. The egg is how they're birthed. They cocoon and change into
have
the
two separate cocoons, and then it would be two separate Mothras. That's logic.
No, they just. I mean, the twins. I don't know if the twins happen every time.
Movie, man. It would happen in the eggs.
It looks like when you have those dinner rolls at like Thanksgiving, it's like puffy cinnamon dinner rolls or like the rolls. That's what they look like from the top there.
On the top there.
From the top back angle.
Kind of looks like Wendy's pretzel bun.
Yeah, like a pretzel bun.
Slap it with your tail.
See, that's where this movie makes a mistake. The movie has good pace. It picks up. You have the Mothra versus Godzilla fight. It's cool. And then it ends with this weird fight between Godzilla and the two Mothra larvae. And it's kind of just like Godzilla being mad and the two larvae sneaking around him. It's almost like a cinematic climb down. I mainly love this movie for like the head on fire scene and like the suit and the miniature and the special effects. And the fight between him and Mothra is good, but this ending seems to slow a little down for me.
I don't know, man. This one wasn't my favorite. There was like an hour of basically nothing. We got like 10 minutes of fighting, and now he's like getting nommed on by a worm. It's not the best one.
No, yeah. I like this one for some of its qualities, but it might just be nostalgia too, right? But the you'll definitely see some good ones coming up and some not so good ones. So just be prepared for that. But this is not the worst one you will see. I can definitely tell you that much.
That's kind of scary.
Oh, you should be very afraid. Wait till
Now the
Godzilla
worm's
gets a
just
son.
spitting on him.
Just spraying the web all over him here.
And this is how
That's
he
how you
gets
gotta
his
stop
nice nap
Godzilla.
cocoon.
Yep. So that's what he just needs to nap. They just need to spray Godzilla up, net them all up, and make him take a nap. That's all that needs to happen. They're like, bro, you're angry. Go to sleep. He's like literally like a baby. Like, yes, you woken up, you've had your temper tantrum, go back to bed now. Go to sleep, please. Go to sleep. So if you had to, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I would say Godzilla won the fight against Mothra. And now these ones are kind of just guiding him home to go to bed, essentially.
I don't know, man. Can you really call it a fight? He like atomic blasted the wing, and then the Mothra landed, and now there's two other ones.
Well,
So
they were
like,
wrecking house for a bit, and she was like ripping his head apart and stuff, and dragged him by the tail. And
that's a
there's
hard
some
one,
good
my friend.
scenes.
That's a definite hard one. I think Godzilla would have won against the first version of Mothra, but overall, I think it's still kind of even because even through the death, there's now two.
Yeah,
So
and that's
like there
totally
wasn't
part of
really
their
any damage if you
advantage.
think about it.
Oh, look at that dodge, that atomic breath dodge. Brilliance. They're like, all right, retreat, 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 retreat. Oh, he's totally webbed up now. Why didn't he do that near the beginning? He melts the rock with his breath there. Big oofs are made there, Mothra. Come on. Yeah, because like in my mind, without naming off the names, like I know like the next couple ones we get a man one, we get a decent one, we get a pretty good one, a funny one anyway. Um another really funny one, but not a good film. A really good film, a awful film, and then we get great film, great film, great film, great film, great, and then pretty good film.
I just want the movies to have more fighting and not more like they're on their way, they're on their way, and then eventually it's like
Or
10
some kind
minutes.
of story narrative that's interesting besides that.
Yeah, exactly. Because like so far it's just been like, oh look, Godzilla, we woke him up. He's on his way. Oh look, Mothra. They're on their
Because
way.
I got news for you, even in the Heisei ones, there's like always a maximum of like maybe 20 to 30 minutes of monster fighting. The rest of it's always like human drama and story.
It's bullshit.
That's just how the kaiju movies are, my friend.
Well, they better have better
So
storyline. Like I want some like
there is some really good
better
ones.
storyline going.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it.
This looks like
Some of
Godzilla in
them
a
are good
giant
films,
condom.
right? I feel like Mothra did a lot better than this one did, and this one must have done pretty well. Like, what was its box office success? Wahaha.
Like so far, personally, I would like Mothra. Like I liked Mothra, the actual movie, better than Mothra versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Mothra, whatever.
Yeah, Mothra versus Godzilla.
I like the puppet in this one more. Like the suit looks better, but story wise, the other one was better.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I think I'm just a sucker for like the gun violence and like the overall greed of that side of things, like the more blood. I mean, there's gun violence in the other one too,
Mothra.
but I would say the human story was more engaging, but I just like this one because it has Godzilla in it. I'm just a
I
sucker
guess
for
there's
the big
pluses
G.
and negatives from each one, right? Like so far, the fight scenes in this one, 10 out of 10, like way better than the last one. But nonetheless, it only lasted like 5-10 minutes. So you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Godzilla gets webbed up, rolls off into the water, and then I guess takes his nap.
It's nap
Till
time.
next time. So he'll go take care of the kids now that we just risked all these people's lives for. And they were having a good time. Look at them. They're like, yeah, smiling. Woo. They don't give a shit. There we go. We get the shot of the two larvae going back to their island. And the wave goodbye. Get a wave goodbye.
Giant floating turds.
It'll eventually turn into
the Nova Scotia harbor.
The only way to thank them is to create a better world. Yeah, you keep thinking that. It's true, but you know that more perks like
in theory
and all them. Oh, look, we get a waving goodbye ending where the cast waves goodbye. Oh, how cute and wholesome. Oh, there's another shot of them waving.
I guess you could say that would be a happy ending. I don't really know, but
yeah, I mean, Godzilla
1964 Toho.
He's gonna get up and screw everything up and wreck house again. So, all right, Bob, and that's the end, folks.
It was a pretty
if you
solid
watched
film.
It, what you thought? Yeah, you know,
it was okay.
Josh?
More fighting. Needs more fighting.
Yeah, but overall, not bad. Like, because it still kind of followed the, like I said, it very much just takes the plot of the first one, and then adds Godzilla.
I don't know. There were some plot holes. Like, there's some issues with that movie, but it was not terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad for Godzilla and Mothra's first clash together. It's not bad. I feel like Mothra is definitely like I said, she's in the top 5 Godzilla kaiju. So we're definitely going to see her a lot more, and especially in the Millennium era, which is probably my least favorite era, but it's good. She appears a lot in that one, and we'll get different renditions and different ideas revolving Mothra and her placement in the kaiju universe. But she very much is always the good guy. Let's just keep it that way. The most we've ever seen her the bad guy was probably like this film or the Mothra film.
Fair enough. Yeah, I liked the Mothra one a little better, but away she goes, boys.
So
it's
for
water under the fridge.
Exactly. So for the next film, we've got Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster. We get Mothra a lot, and I think we get Mothra in the next one, and maybe a few later on, but we definitely get her in the next one again. So we get Mothra for 3 films right in this kind of crisp early 60s films, which is great because I honestly like Mothra a lot. And then they probably realized it was really expensive to puppet her, so they stopped using her so much.
Well, 8 people for just the one suit.
Minimum. Think about that's just to puppet it, let alone people to plan it and choreograph all the suit. Oh, just a nightmare. All right, guys, as always, if you have any opinions on the show or have a film you want to see horror or kaiju wise, you can always send us a message on our Facebook page, Killer Kaiju Podcast, our Twitter, which you can add us at Killer Kaiju Cast, or you can always email us personally at killerkaijupodcast@gmail.com. We have episodes that come out every Monday and Thursday, pretty much on most streaming platforms. We have like an RSS feed, so it goes through on Spotify and all the major podcast channels. And we also upload them to YouTube as well, if you'd like a little video and picture along to go with it and see what the action's like in the comments below on our YouTube channel as well. All right, guys. So until next time, take care. I hope you enjoyed this rendition. I was blabbing through this one. Like I said, it wasn't too much to talk over really because it was a lot like the first one. So hopefully the next one we get a big introduction of one of the biggest, pretty much the Joker to the Batman of the Godzilla universe.
Well, it better
Godzilla's
be better.
Big bad. So we'll be getting King Ghidorah in the next one. So
you say something about kinky eating rod.
Yeah, that's where we're ended. All right, bye guys.
Later.